Hello. Welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Gemini weekly money and career reading from October 2nd to the 8th, 2023. Geminis, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Gemini weekly money and career, October 2nd to the 8th, 2023, for the sign of Gemini. Apologies for any noise. Unfortunately, there has been work being done all over, and there's not much I can do about it. And if I move around according or do the readings according to the noise, I pretty much wouldn't be able to do anything. So bear with me. There's not much I can do about it. Let's get into your reading. 9 of Swords, Gemini. What is going on? You're disconnecting with something stressful, taking a moment, taking a step back to figure this out. Maybe it's within a job that's sort of orienting, moving in a different way. Maybe all of a sudden it's taking a different direction, or the different decisions made, or a lot of conversations on what path a subject or a project has to take. And it feels like it's stressful and you're sort of annoyed, done a little bit with these conversations over and over and over, maybe on the same subject, and maybe you don't agree, or it just feels stressful. But with the Hangman, it feels like you need to be patient. That's what the Hangman says. It says that patience and balance within your energy, and tranquility within your energy, understanding, listening, taking a step back and allowing the energies to flow in a different way. So maybe this is going in a different direction. Clearly moving into a different direction. Sorry, my Gemini. The Magician, the World, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe you're working with an Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be. 3 of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. I'm getting all the cards out just to take a feel of the overall energies. Yes, so we have the Devil here, just confirming that the conflicts, maybe a little bit of manipulation. Maybe you're tied to contracts. Maybe you're tied to a certain situation, job, company, project. That's frustrating. It feels frustrating. 1, 2, 3. 3 feel frustrating with the Four of Swords, taking a breather to just let things fold out, because maybe it has been a while, a lot of discussion to make decisions on a project, how it should be, who should do what the budget is. It's not going in the right direction, or it's not as successful as we want. We're going to reorient, that's the way I'm feeling with these cards. Discussions, and you're having sort of enough of it, right? But here we are with the Magician and the World, Gemini, which tells me that you are powerfully pulling it all together. So even if it's frustrating, even if it's taking too much time, I think it's that also, Gemini, where you're not having the patience, with this thing, whatever it is, right? If it's a project, for example, if you're in a company and you're a leader in a project, or you're working on a project, you're right on a day-to-day basis, it's not going fast enough, or it's not going the way you want, or the people are not working the way you think they should be working, and right, something like that. But you are pulling it together. You are pulling it all. It's you know, you have everything you need to make it all happen and to make it successful with the world. And the world is understanding, not only bringing things to success, right? I love the world, but it's also growing, understanding what's going on, and gaining experience, gaining knowledge with the situation. Even with a negative situation, we gain experience, we gain knowledge, right? The traditional lesson learned thing. But it's not just a lesson, it's understanding today how things are working, the dynamic shifts, the different philosophies, the different ways of working. I have gone on many rants, on many readings with all signs about the different dynamic today in the workforce, I believe, all over the world, right? If it's not that in your neck of the woods or in your corner of the world, it is in certain countries where the dynamics have shifted after the world situation, generation gaps, generation dynamics, different point of views, different philosophies, and also different rhythms and different approaches to the job, right? Where not everybody has the same laundry list of expectations in a job, right? And therefore frustrations on a day-to-day basis, and frustrations on philosophies regarding what we should or should not bring when we go into work, right? Or to the table as we work through the day. And so here with the world, this you are reaching a sense of achievement. So whatever's happening here, it is finalized. It is successful with the world because you're completing something. And for you, not only it's a sense of accomplishment, but it's also a sense of closure of, and I believe, check out the last week's reading, because I believe there was a closure there, the end of a cycle, same thing, but I feel like here it's really, there is a closure here. You feel complete. I think you feel at the right place, that everything has come together, even though frustrating and not easy. But patience, it's all coming together. And I think you're celebrating a certain success of accomplishing this, right? You have brought what you needed to the table, and you've reached your goal. You've reached your goal. So even with all the challenges, the frustrations, and maybe the slow rhythm you thought, or not the right way to do it, or not your point of view, you're still pulling it together. I love this. So it felt like last week you were already stepping in to your next gig, or stepping into the next project if you're working in a company, or stepping into your next project in your business, or your next job, or whatever it is after this situation. And here we are on the next project. This is something fulfilling. This is something joyful. You're opening up to something either international, or you're traveling, or you're moving on to a bigger space, more important, more information, more to learn from. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's something widening your horizons for sure. So maybe you're taking a job in another country or another city, or maybe you're now working internationally, or maybe it requires traveling, right? Queen of Wands. Maybe this is someone you are working with, Aries, Leo, Sag, or someone by your side or in your environment. But I think this is you, really bold and creative, pushing forward in your ambition. It's a new tribe here. It's a new team. You're starting either a new job, or you're building a new project, or it's teamwork. You're not alone on this. All right, let's see. I'm thinking Aries, so I don't know. Maybe you have Aries in your chart, or you're working with an Aries, or maybe it resembles Aries energy. Might want to check it out. Maybe that's just for one person. Yes. 8 of Swords, still that stuck, right? But look at this. Look at this. There's that offer, that new financial opportunity, business opportunity, that new project. There's money coming in, and people are listening to you. Queen of Cups. It is a more empathic energy. It is a more I want to say soothing or gentle energy. Maybe it's something more creative. And even if the other job or project or whatever it is that was a little frustrating, this is something more creative, more artistic. And if it's not artistic, it is something where you are there for others, that requires empathy, that requires caring, sharing, being there for others, listening to others. So you can be teaching, you can be a therapist, you can be a mentor, right? You can be a nurse, you can be anything, right? A social worker, anything goes. But it feels like you don't have to be any of that, but it does require being there and exchanging energies with other people, whether it be creatively, emotionally, intellectually. You're there with others within this group, and maybe all of the above. Wow. And here we have the double ace here. So yes, it's a pure you're joining your tribe. You're joining like-minded people. You're sharing your creativity. You're sharing your ideas. You are there with others. It's the joy of being, it's the opposite of this situation here. This here, you had a frustration where you didn't see maybe eye to eye with people, or you didn't agree with their philosophy or their way of managing or their choices. Here, you feel like you're in the right place, that you can express your creativity, express your talent, and not only that, but people recognize you. Right? So this is really utter joy to go to work and to work on this project. If it's a creative project, maybe you have a talent, maybe you're a singer, a songwriter, or maybe you're writing a book, or maybe you're an artist in some way, shape, or form, and you're able to express your talent, your creativity within a group, within a project. Very interesting. Gemini. The moon, yes. I feel like the moon and the 8 of Swords are both combinations with this situation. The current situation or the recent past situation that was frustrating, still waiting for answers, still very confusing, not understanding what's going on, and also giving you that sort of gray zone before you move on to the next thing, the next job you're going to find, or next offer, right? 3 aces so far, 2 ace of cups, and 1 ace of pentacles, and the Magician and the World, which is, yes, you're completing a cycle, successfully completing a cycle. And even if you think it's not successful because it was frustrating, the job was done. It was finalized. You gave in what you needed to give in. Right? Whatever that is, whatever that means for you, it will be different for each and every one. Here, it's the ever so blurry moon where we don't trust the people anymore. We're waiting for answers. We're not getting the right information. And, you know, the not getting, or the frustration of not getting the right answers or not getting the answers leads up to not trusting the people, the situation, and then, you know, moving on. But yes, stuck in that energy. So you might still be stuck in that energy, but you're moving on to something calmer, more collected, and just that corresponds to you, right? With this new group here. The Strength card, keeping in control no matter what. The Strength card is there to, even if you have uncertainties with the moon, right? You're moving on to something else. And before you move on to something else, you got this with the Strength, right? It's that inner strength you have, the capacity you have, Gemini. As the ability to overcome any obstacle. It's about knowing what, you know, what your strength is and how you can endure life's obstacles, right? You have a great stamina and persistence to move forward. All about patience, all about calm. I know it's easy to say. I know it's not easy to do. But in this situation, it's really smoothly graduating into this next chapter that is much more fulfilling, and it's much more interesting for you and much more creative with the right people. But yes, this chapter here might have been a little bit difficult, but you are committed to what you need to do. And you make it happen with the world, right? It shows composure, maturity, and you're really also reaching maybe a higher state of awareness by learning to express your emotions, learning to express who you are constructively, instead of just being basically frustrated. Right? And so I don't think fear or ego are in the way anymore. And I really think you are discovering how to channel your power and then move on to this new perspective. 2 times the Queen of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I believe that this Queen of Wands is you. She is relentless. She is very observant, but very creative. But she is stubborn, right? And she gets the job done, but she will get it done in her way. Confident, right? Self-assured. And I say she, not gender specific, of course, right? But she's also passionate and determined. So very charismatic. And I think this is you, Gemini, where you're charismatic and sort of social, and you're very focused, but a bit individualistic, right? And sometimes a little self-centered, but positive in this new environment here. Stubborn here, positive here, right? And here, because we have 2 times the Queen of Wands, sorry, this is just confirming that you wanted to accomplish all this in a very short period of time, and the frustration of it was slow, too slow for you, and you wanted things to be acted upon much faster, right? Everything had to be done faster. This can also be someone just playing a major role in this situation. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Gemini, weekly, money and career, October 2nd to the 8th, 2023. sorry, for the sign of Gemini. Lots of cards here. Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords, leaving it all behind, taking your time, Temperance. Again, it will happen in due time, right? Patience, patience. Ten of Swords, it's the end of that. Four of Cups. Again, these are repeats. And Two of Swords, that choice of moving forward, changing directions. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for sharing your journeys, sharing your energies. Please comment down below or just leave a heart down below if you don't wish to share your energies. Not everybody wants to share their life on these platforms. I always say that. So just leave a heart down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, especially if you find these readings helpful and enjoy coming and watching them on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for watching. Gemini, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.